And he is just about to leave court now. You're looking at the front door of Westminster Magistrates Court in central London, and just behind the doors now I can see Rolf Harris emerging with his wife alongside him in the blue jacket, Alwen, and surrounded by his legal team and members of his family. You can see Rolf Harris there talking to those around him as he comes out of court. He's 83 years old. This has been his first court appearance today, facing 13 charges in all. 9 charges of indecent assault against 2 girls under the age of 16, dating back to the 1980s, and 4 further charges of making an indecent image of a child in 2012. We understand that this case has now been referred to Southwark Crown Court for the beginning of October. Rolf Harris was charged at the end of August. This is his first court appearance. He has very little to say about the allegations against him so far, and this case has now been referred to the Crown Court at Southwark.
Daniela, we can see the fairly chaotic scenes as he tries to get to his car, but since his arrest he's said nothing.
Yeah, I mean, chaotic scenes here. The police have done their best to keep the photographers behind the barriers at the moment, and to try and get some sense of control here. But he is, of course, somebody who's been a fixture on British television for the past 40 years, a very well-known figure. There are television crews from across the UK and from Australia here, so a huge amount of interest in this particular case, and the case that has now been referred to Southwark Crown Court for October the 7th.
Daniela, we're just going to stay with these pictures for a moment because there's obviously a bit of a struggle to get him to a waiting car. Temper's getting a bit frayed by the look of things. But in terms of his arrest, this, as we were saying, is all part of the Operation Newtree investigation.
That's right. The investigation into Rolf Harris is part of the wider Operation Newtree investigation. Of course, the investigation looking at the case of Jimmy Savile. Now, Rolf Harris, though, comes under the category of others in Operation Newtree, so he's not directly related to the Savile inquiry, but as part of the broader investigation. So the investigation into Rolf Harris has come under what police have called the others section of Operation Newtree. But you can see it has been a real struggle to get Rolf Harris into the vehicle here with his family, with his wife, who has arthritis and has been quite unwell of late. So I think there were some concerns about how she would be today, and he has spent some considerable time as he walked into court and walking out, really trying to make sure that she was steady and holding on to her. But it has been quite difficult, I think, for the police here to control the clamour from those wanting to get a view and a photograph of Rolf Harris here today.
So, Daniela, as far as the court proceedings this morning, there were no pleas. This was pretty much a procedural event where they've referred it to the Crown Court.
That's right. This was the first hearing, the initial hearing after his arrest here. So this is the first time that we've seen Rolf Harris in court. It will now move to the Crown Court for the next stage of this process on the 7th of October.